I'm SnowHawk Cosplay, and welcome to an online component of Game On. Normally, you'd be here, playing video games on the big screens here. Instead, this year, you get to experience on the screen of your choosing in the location of your choosing. Today, as my special guest, I have Ryan Parent.
Hey.
Ryan Parent is a cosplayer. He's also, he's a co-host on the podcast that we have together called Tales from the Collectivers, which is on the True North Nerds Network, which, Ryan, you are also
Part of the True North Nerds.
So what is the True North Nerds?
It's a group of nerds. We're just four friends, hang out, do a podcast. We took our pub talk and turned it into a podcast.
Now, how long have you been podcasting?
Podcasting, oh wow. Is it 5 years now? No, 3 years now.
3 years now?
Yeah, 3 years. It's hard to know. It's just, everything blends together nowadays.
Well, now
time is irrelevant.
Well, you and we started doing Tales from the Collectivers
in January
of 2021. And that really stemmed out of True North Nerds because some of the stuff that we had talked about on True North Nerds, you and I could delve into deeper basically about our collecting and our fandom.
Yeah.
Which the stuff we get into is, action figures or talking about the stuff that we collected.
Action figures,
when we were
comics, cosplay collectibles.
Cosplay. So you're in cosplay today as a Jedi.
Yes, I've got my Jedi tunic, my custom lightsaber, my little piece of fabric that I wear as a hood that I got off of one of those cheap websites.
So when did you start getting into cosplay?
Cosplay as a whole, like really into cosplay, only in the last 5 years. I also have a Ghostbuster costume
Yep.
that I like to wear. That one, up until I started putting together my Jedi costume, was the only one I had, and really it only came out at Halloween and at the Library Con.
Which Library Con? That's the Barrie Public Library Comic
That's the
Con.
one. Yep.
And actually, for quite a few years, you've been doing your Ghostbuster, and I have my own version of Ghostbuster.
Yep.
Mine's sort of an original design.
More like the cartoon Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I kind of took the animated Ghostbusters and mixed it with, the 1984 live action. But, we kind of affectionately called ourselves the BPL Ghostbusters because another cosplayer named Stuart would join in with us. So we've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, so the Library Con Ghostbuster costume play has always been fun.
Well, actually, the Mayor of Barrie stopped you to have a photo with you.
Yes, he did.
So who would have known that the Mayor of Barrie, I guess you should, his Twitter handle's Jedi Mayor. So maybe we should have the mayor here.
Yeah. Next time.
Now, in addition to cosplay and podcasting, you also get into photography.
Yes, in my real life, I'm a graphic designer. So I've used my access to Photoshop and other editing tools, along with my photography hobby, to do a bunch of photo shoots with yourself and a few of our other cosplay friends.
Which we have been lucky. So Ryan's been shooting my cosplay since, I've been cosplaying now 7 years, going on 8 years, starting into 2022. And one of our first shoots we ever did was
your Nightmare Batman.
Nightmare Batman, which is huge. And one of my photos that I actually did at a Cosplay for a Cure, you did some photo editing on it, and we actually got featured on the Marvel website back in 2015.
Yes, that was your Star-Lord.
My Star-Lord. So,
Yes.
So that was kind of a big event for us, where I was pretty happy that we could share that a photo that you had done the edit ended up being shared by Marvel themselves, featured during Costoberfest.
Yep, that was fun.
Yeah. Hey,
It's always nice to get a little bit of recognition.
We got lucky on that one.
Yeah.
Where do you want to take cosplay in the next couple of years? Where do you see yourself?
Well, I'd like to add more to my Star Wars costume. I've got some of those the old voice-changing clone trooper helmets. I've managed to get find at like garage sales and stuff like that. And so I want to make a custom helmet. Maybe get some armor pieces to add more to my costume. There's some upgrades I want to do to my Ghostbuster costume as well, which now that there's another Ghostbusters movie coming out, there's more Ghostbusters merchandise and more updated photos and points of reference, all kinds of fun stuff to use to help. We may have to do a photo shoot out in the farm now that the next movie takes place out in the farm.
Yep. No, I think that could happen. Because Afterlife does take place on the I guess the farm that Egon owned. I don't know. Guess we'll find out when the movie comes out.
Yep, can't wait till November.
No spoilers yet. We want to find out. So going into 2022, not just cosplay, but what are some of the things you're really looking forward to towards the end of 2021 into 2022? And like all fandoms, geekdom, what are you looking forward to?
Well, movie-wise, Ghostbusters, Spider-Man, can't wait. Those are the two movies. I don't care. As long as we can get into a theater to see them, I'm going into a theater to see them. If I have to watch them at home, I'm watching them at home. As long as they don't push them back again, then I'll be happy. So that's there's some really nice action figures coming out to add to my collection, which I can't think of at the top. I know there's some new Spider-Man ones, some new Ghostbuster stuff, obviously. Looking forward to some new Star Wars stuff. Book of Mando comes out in December on Disney Plus. That'll be interesting. I don't know. I want to do some more. I actually want to do some photo shoots in costume, so in front of the camera instead of behind the camera.
Well,
So I'll have to get someone else to take some pictures.
Well-
But that's something that I'm looking forward to this year.
I have been behind the shutter a few times on a camera, so maybe we'll reciprocate. I can take pictures of you.
Yeah, maybe.
So, anyways, well, thank you for being my guest today.
No problem. I'm happy to be here.
Well, now shameless plug time.
Yeah.
As we said, Ryan and I have a podcast called Tales from the Collectiverse. It's on the True North Nerds Network, wherever you get your podcasts. Give a listen. We're into 8 or 9 episodes now of season 1. Go back, listen to our back catalog. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, we post photos, we post videos, do unboxings, all kinds of fun stuff.
We're trying to build a toy community within the area here, so yeah, just give us a follow and give us a listen, and let us know some of your tales if you're into collecting all sorts of fandom. It doesn't have to be just action figures. So, anyways, thank you, Ryan, for joining me, and
Thanks for having me.
and thank you for tuning in.